Hi and welcome to Road to the Boston Marathon 2024. My name is Johnny and this is Go Johnny Go. This footage here is of the Limerick Marathon in 2022. This is the race that I used to qualify for Boston. I came 7th in this race overall, which I'm not going to lie I was quite proud of. But how did I get there? The answer to that is to run quite a lot. Training for any marathon takes a huge amount of demand on your body and on your time. Getting it right is an art as much as it is a science. Please excuse my terrible editing skills and let me explain face to face with you what the Boston Marathon means to me. My road to the Boston Marathon it's probably slightly longer than most people. I originally signed up to do the Boston Marathon after getting a qualification time for the 2020 Boston Marathon, but unfortunately COVID came along and stopped everyone running that year. I did run the virtual that year and I ran a time of 2 hours 54 I think from virtual on my own, supported by one friend just stopping every 5 kilometers in the car to give me some water and energy drinks and that kind of thing. So complete a good time considering. I suppose my running was going really well in 2020 and I was very frustrated that the marathon was cancelled, and all the marathons were cancelled across the world because of COVID. But so 4 years later and I'm ready to go back to Boston. Couldn't risk it last year. They hadn't opened the international entries for after COVID into the US until very close to the Boston Marathon, so I didn't book it. But this year I said I'd give it a try. So road to the Boston Marathon is what I'm going to concentrate on this video. This is my first time in front of the camera, properly talking to the camera. It's a bit unnerving, but I usually do like bicycle videos where I'm just kind of building them up and I kind of add a bit of voice in over after. So this is slightly different tact here, but it's also a different subject. So I've gone from cycling to running. So cycling and running would be two things that I'm interested in. I'm probably better at running than I am ever going to be at cycling. So play to your strengths maybe. That's what I'm going to stick to on this one. So why the Boston Marathon? Well, it's the longest running marathon. And being Irish, I suppose there's a good Irish link in Boston as well. It's kind of an iconic marathon. It's one of the major marathons, and you have to get a qualifying time for it. So that's something to aim for as you're training. I got back into marathon running about 8 years ago in 2016, and it's running a marathon was always on the bucket list. And once I finished that, I was kind of saying, what's next? And you realise there's big races, there's faster courses, there's bigger entries, so I'm going to try and concentrate on getting Boston done. I will look at some of the other majors as well, but in this series I just want to look at how I've gone from not running at all and at 39 years of age getting to the Boston Marathon on a qualifying time, and what training I'm doing running up to this. So I'm going to try and upload a video week to week, just looking at my training, looking at the kind of niggles and injuries that I have, just a little bit of a documentary following the Boston Marathon training from myself and also for others out there, just to see the process of marathon training and to cover the race a little bit if I can. Kind of the thoughts before and after. I don't fancy carrying a camera through. I'm not good with things with my hands when I'm running. I definitely like to run light more than anything, so I don't think I'll be running around with a camera out in Boston, but a little bit before and after and how it went and looking at the results. So I suppose my best marathon time so far is 2 hours and 40 minutes and 17 seconds, around that, in 2022 in Limerick. And that's impressive enough time for most people. It's quick enough, and I just want to see, can I go faster on a couple of faster courses? After running over 10 marathons on courses that are not conducive to fast times, I'm hoping to do better this time around. Using lactate measures like this and going through all kinds of crazy science stuff like this, I am hoping that me and the man that I've adopted as my coach, but don't pay him any money, see a little bit more progress this time around. Now, I'm under no illusions that I'm going to be breaking any records soon. The only records that I want to break is the ones I've already set. Me against the clock. There's about 11 weeks left leading up to the race. In this time, I'll try and get weekly videos out, just showing how training is going. please follow me on this journey to Boston 2024. Thank you for watching from Go Johnny Go.